Hey College Success, this is your week 2 chapter 3 assignment video. So if you have not already done so, make sure you check out the chapter 2 and 3 lecture videos, and then also spend some time going over the video that walks you through the chapter 2 assignments, because you do have a discussion forum, 2 assignments, and a quiz in chapter 2. So this is just going to focus on chapter 3. As I mentioned in the chapter 2 assignment video, you do have to post in both the chapter 2 discussion forum and the chapter 3 discussion forum for weekly attendance. I already talked about chapter 2 in the previous video, so this is just going to focus on the chapter 3. So your chapter 3 original response prompt says, can you identify any area in your life that might be a potential problem if there were a temporary setback? Like your car broke down, loss of housing, you or a child is sick for longer than a week, your work schedule significantly changes, anything like that. What could you do for a backup plan if something did happen like that? So you're thinking about kind of, what would I do for school purposes if these things happened, or how could I accommodate for like a sick child, or myself being sick and still getting caught up in school. So again, as I said before, you need to have 150 words. If it's a little under, that's okay, but if it's significantly under, you do end up losing points. So post that by Wednesday for part of your week 2 attendance along with your chapter 2, and then respond to 2 classmates by Sunday. You have a chapter 3 assignment, Perfect Week. It's going to open up into this fillable PDF, and it is going to say, this is not a dream week, okay? So it's not like, oh, I would spend the week on the beach or, sleeping. That's not what this is. It's your perfect week. If you could come up with a very balanced week, what would that look like? How much time would you spend sleeping? When would you work? When would you do school? When would you have social time? When would you have downtime? All of those things. And so you're going to fill this out. You can see it just goes 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., so it's going to assume like you might be sleeping otherwise. How would you kind of spread your time out in an ideal way? Again, not a dream way, not vacation 24/7, but in an ideal way. How would you balance your time between all your responsibilities? And then there are 4 questions that there's no space in here to fill out. So once you fill this in, go ahead and save it. So you'll come in here, you'll save it, and then you'll upload it in the upload. And then go ahead under Create Submission. You can go ahead and answer those 4 questions right there if you want to do that right there. The 4 questions that talks about study time, sleep time, socializing, and self-care. You can just answer those in the submission area and then just hit submit. Okay, so that is your chapter 3 assignment. And then your chapter 3 quiz. It's a Word doc. So you want to make sure that you are answering all of your quiz questions in complete sentences. I think I forgot to mention that in my chapter 2 quiz video, but I want to make sure to tell you now, make sure you respond in complete sentences, 2 to 5 complete sentences, and make sure you answer all parts of the question. So question 1 talks about the kinds of assignments you had in high school based on your college experiences. How do your college assignments compare to high school assignments? Are they more difficult? Are they just different? Are they lengthier? Do you change the way you're prepared for tests in high school versus college? Do you find new strategies? So that's all about kind of comparing your high school and college experience with assignments and assessments. Question 2 says, have you ever tracked your time before reading about this? Have you ever thought about doing that? Have you estimated how long it takes you to do everyday activities? Do you over or underestimate? And if you had to give advice on time management, what would be your top 5 tips? Question 3 goes through kind of this Eisenhower matrix type thing, and urgent and important issues to discuss. When you think about meeting with an instructor to talk about a problem, what kind of goes through your head? Are you comfortable meeting with an instructor about like an issue with assignments? How to approach those? How do you start those conversations? What would be something that would increase your comfort level? Question 4, have you ever thought about how much time you just kind of sit around and wait, like in a doctor's office, in your car at pickup, anywhere in line? Could you use your time in a more effective way, do you think? And then question 5, as you think about your future career, how important will time management be specifically to you in your field, as a nurse, as a teacher, as an IT professional? And in what ways can you use the skills presented in this chapter to improve upon those and become more effective and a leader in your field? When you're done with that, you'll save it. Again, make sure you respond in 2 to 5 quick sentences. Save it and upload it in the chapter 3 quiz and draft box. Alright, so that is the chapter 3 grouping of assignments. Make sure that you pay attention to both chapter 3 and the previous chapter 2 video. Respond in both discussion forums by Wednesday for the weekly attendance. Respond to 4 classmates total, 2 in each, by Sunday. Make sure you have complete sentences in your quizzes, address all parts of our questions, and let me know if you need anything. Have a great week.